Hey there, welcome back to Badass Messaging. We're still in Module 4, Brand Messaging, and here in Lesson 2, we're talking about your elevator pitch and your differentiator statement. We're going to talk about why they're important, what they are, and how to create them. The big truth bomb here is that if people don't know exactly who you serve, how you help, and why you're different, you're doing it wrong. Seriously, I say that, and I'm not going to get too emotional about it, but I want you to understand people need to know those things about you right away, because those are the things that are going to help people make the decision whether they want to do business with you. So here's what we're going to dive into. We're going to talk about why you need a powerful positioning statement, how to create your elevator pitch, and how to create your differentiator statement. So let's dive in. The first point is that you need a positioning statement. And this is what we're talking about in this lesson, is how to create a positioning statement. Now, positioning is the marketing process that results in your brand, or kind of you, occupying a distinctive place in the mind of your target audience. In other words, it's them being able to say that this is precisely where you fit, the box you fit into, and how you're going to be able to help them. So it's an ability to put yourself in a slot in your target audience's mind, so they kind of know where you fit in and when they might call you to purchase something from you. So that's what positioning is broadly. Basically, it comes down to this. Potential buyers need to know you can help them and need to know exactly how you can help them. So they need to know that you can help them and exactly how you can do so. So this is about defining who you serve, how you serve them, and how your offers are different, or how your business is different from competitors, right? Because how is it that you're set apart from the other options they have? Now, a quick warning here, this isn't about creating like a cutesy label for yourself. It's about clearly stating what boxes you check for your audience. So I want you to get that. This is not about coming up with some, cute label for yourself, or some, kind of way, what you call yourself. No, this is about what are the boxes that you're going to check for your audience, so they'll know exactly where you fit into kind of the overall puzzle of how you can help them. So you do this, you create your positioning with a combination of your elevator pitch and your differentiator statement. So that's why we're diving into those things here in this lesson. And let's go ahead, let's move on to the first piece, which is crafting your brand's elevator pitch. Now, positioning starts with a statement of who you serve and the problem or problems you help them solve, whether it's one or multiple. So that's what you're going to do, and this is what an elevator pitch is. It's a statement of who you serve and the problem you help them solve. But we're going to go a bit deeper. The framework that I suggest you use is this. I help, and then you put in who you serve, to, and then you kind of achieve the result or fix the problem, so that, and then you provide a benefit. And the additional step beyond a general positioning statement is the benefit, adding the benefit so they really understand, why they might want this problem solved. And so that's kind of going to help you do this, go a little bit deeper with your elevator pitch. Let's talk about each one of those things in turn. Let's start with the who. The who should be an identifiable group that is narrow enough that they're likely to have a common set of problems and concerns. In other words, when you're defining who you serve, they need to be defined enough that when you're talking to them, when you're delivering your message, you can talk about a common set of problems and a common set of concerns. That's how narrow you need to get with the who. Now let's talk about the result. You need to define a specific problem that you help them solve, or a result that you help them achieve. So, this could be something specific about a specific problem. And again, if you were a pool cleaner, it's, you help them, you clean their pool, or you keep their pool clean, for example. I mean, you can see it's literally, what do you do? That's what the result piece is. It's kind of what they're going to get. And then the benefit. Give meaning to the results by adding a so that clause that really highlights the significance that the result has for them. I mean, what does it matter to get that result? Now, for some cases, it's going to be obvious and you don't have to worry about a so that clause, but it is helpful to have that, to really kind of crystallize the benefit so people know immediately why they should, get this help. So here is kind of an iteration of my positioning statement. My elevator pitch. I help serve first online entrepreneurs build lasting businesses that they love so that they can support their families and truly serve their audiences. Now let's go through each one of those. Serve first online entrepreneurs. That's how I define my who. You'll see it's more defined than entrepreneurs. It's more defined than online entrepreneurs. I'm talking specifically about people who have a serve first approach, a serve first attitude towards business. Then, what is the result I help them achieve? Build lasting businesses that they love. Again, so we were careful here to pick lasting businesses to say, look, I'm going to help you build a particular type of business, a lasting business, and it's one that you will love. So I'm defining it that way. So you clearly know I'm not going to be about helping you just make money. I'm not going to be about, helping you build some fly by night. Nope. I'm going to help you build a lasting business that you'll love. And then the so that clause so that they can support their families and truly serve their audiences. Now, this is a piece, the support their families, we chose that very carefully because when we have surveyed our audiences, they're not talking about some amount of money. When I say, what does success look like for you? Their response has often been to replace my 9-to-5 income, so that my family can live comfortably, things like that. So instead of trying to say, so that they can, have 6-figure lifestyles or anything like that, I'm using what they told me they actually want, which is what I want to help them do. And then we reiterate to truly serve their audiences because that's an important piece of the call, the calling of the people that I serve. So that, in a nutshell, is my elevator pitch to give you a sense of how it would look. Now, the point of this is that your elevator pitch lets people know right away if you're the person to help them. So you can look at mine, you can say, look, if someone just wants a quick buck, they're like, no, Bobby's not the person for me. Or if they're not struggling with business, they don't need business help. They're like, nope, Bobby's not the person for me. So it tells them, is Bobby the person that can help them? And you want something similar with your elevator pitch so that people know if you're the right person to help them. But going deeper, your elevator pitch is good, but it's even better when you combine it with your differentiator statement. So let's talk about what this is. Basically, you're strengthening your positioning by making clear how you are different from your competitors. So again, this is kind of setting you apart so that your people can immediately see, okay, this is how Bobby is different. Okay, yeah, I like that. It will strengthen where, it strengthens the positioning and makes it very clear kind of how they can put you and distinguish between you and other people in their mind. So your differentiator statement is something like this. And unlike most, and then you put a kind of whatever your descriptor for what you do is, I don't, and then what most people do, but instead what you do, so that, and again, you give the benefit so that this really kind of, digs into the thing. So again, you're saying, I don't do, and then you're going to describe what most people do, but instead, and then describe what you do, and then give the benefit. So let's walk through an example of this, again, mine. And unlike most business coaches, I don't teach one way to market. I teach you fundamental principles so that you can build a real business and adapt it over time. Let's look through this piece by piece. The business coaches, that's how I would kind of describe what I am. Then what I don't do, I don't teach one way to market. What I do, I teach you fundamental principles. And then the so that clause, so you can build a real business and adapt it over time. That's the benefit that I'm kind of putting in for people to understand why what I'm doing is more beneficial than what my competitors are doing of teaching them simply one way to market that, might work now, but may not work later on. So that's how I've crafted my core differentiator statement. When you combine kind of this kind of differentiator statement with your elevator pitch, people will know immediately if you're for them, right? Because just think about it. They're going to know, who you serve, how you help them, what the benefit is, and how you're different. And those are powerful things to help positioning you. So again, key takeaway, your audience needs to immediately know who you help, how you help them, and how you're different from everyone else. And that's what you're doing with your elevator pitch and core differentiator statement. So The call to action, pretty simple. Help your audience put you in a box with positioning statements. And again, this is one of those weird things. We don't want to be in a box. We normally want to think outside the box. But when it comes to this, you need your audience to immediately know these things about you so that you fit in a box. You check certain boxes for them. So that's what you're going for with your positioning statements. Don't get overly cute about it. Just put it in a way so that they can understand these key elements. So that's it for this lesson. In the next lesson, you'll discover how to craft your origin story. So I'll see you in the next lesson.